this is going to really shock the living daylights out of anyone who hasn't heard of this.
Now talk about your process for, growing your portfolio and identifying, new opportunities because like we talked about, there's not a lot of new buildings being built. Obviously, you've been in the business for a long time. You've established a lot of great relationships with people. So as you guys are looking to continue to grow your portfolio, what's your approach with finding new opportunities in the market?
It's really, really hard. It's not easy at all because people that own these buildings have generational wealth and they don't need to sell. Most of the owners that we buy from are the families whose grandfathers started the business and now the kids and the grandkids run the business. Or they sold it to a private equity group and that group pays rent to them for the building that grandpa originally bought. It's really hard to find. So there's 300 industrial brokers in Chicago. There's a group called the Society of Industrial and Office Realtors. It's an international organization, and I belong to it. I've been in it for 30 years, and these are really highly experienced industrial real estate brokers. So I advertise to them that I'm a buyer, and I buy all cash and I close quickly, and they bring me deals to look at. But this is going to really shock the living daylights out of anyone who hasn't heard of this. I personally, at age 66, and my 4 interns this summer and 2 more people who work in our company, literally go door to door, canvassing, talking to owners, asking them if they'll sell. We make phone calls to follow up to owners to see if they'll sell. And the building we're buying for $3.6 million right now in the town of Wooddale is occupied by a company that's in the audio visual business. They do setups of the audio and the visual for events. So they have a warehouse full of that stuff. And they're in Las Vegas, and they're in Nashville, and they're in Chicago, in Wooddale, in the building that we're buying. We're buying it from the owner of the company who's going to lease it back from us. And then eventually he's going to move out and put everything in Las Vegas and consolidate. But in the meantime, he's our tenant when we buy the building. And it's a really cool deal. But guess how we found it? Logan, 23 years old, stopped in, called him, stopped in, called him, and finally said, "Logan, all right already, I'll talk to you." And that's how Logan opened the conversation and opened the door and got the building for us.